Welcome to the early morning Sunday show with your host, the VC chairman, Mr. Steve Carlson.
And welcome back to the early morning Sunday show. The show that's, I don't know, for some it can be really painful because they go, God, are you ever going to show some records? But I will. I promise. I will show records. In fact, today I have a brand new Shoegaze, a Record Store Day Psych album, Zamrock. For those of you that like Rave, we got you covered, and some garage rock. So pretty damn good. But first off, a big shout out to Chris Mann. His channel is The Vinyl Man. Cool. And he's out of England. I've done some live streams with him. Chris is a wonderful guy. I really, really enjoy him. Great, just a great individual and fantastic. So I always get a kick when he asks, "Hey, you want to come on the live stream?" Sure, I will. And Liz, hi, thanks for watching. So thank you, Chris, for doing my opening. Anybody ever wants to send me an opening, I'll pop you on. And you know what? It can be as sarcastic as you want about the show. I could care less. Cheers. And now let's begin with this. So that was from last Sunday. We went out and we decided to take a hike, and it's a Castlewood Canyon. It's Castle Rock Canyon, something like that. It's a state park, not too far from here. I had my new hiking boots I bought. These new hiking boots that to take to Iceland. So I wanted to break them in. So we get there and we're walking, and I go, oh crap, I forgot my water. But my wife had some water, and the reason why it was getting into the low 90s now. This was in the morning, but damn, it was hot already. So we're going, and my wife has, takes a sip. I go, can I have a sip of, took a sip of her water. It was like 100-degree water. It had been sitting in the car. It had just been boiling. And I go, what? I wonder why you keep spitting it out. Oh my God. So, it was only a 2-mile hike. We averaged 2 miles per hour. That's how slow we were going. You'd find some shade, try to get in there and rest a little bit. But there's other people out there hiking. But I kept thinking, damn, I wish I had some water. Dang it. Didn't plan that too well, but you can see a beautiful area. Just so many rocks. There used to be a dam there. It broke many, many years ago, flooded out of town, I think the beginning of the 20th century or something. So interesting area, but a lot of fun, but really thirsty, real thirsty. Please check out the podcast, Two Guys Talking About Records, I do with Jim Gleason every week. I mean, man alive, I think we're on like podcast number 170, something about that. This week we're going to be talking about college rock. What is college rock? I've mentioned it a lot during the 80s. It was an important time to me, some music I like, but what is college rock really about? So tune in. You can find it on the Bleav network, Bleav. Just go in, put in Bleav, and put in Two Guys Talking About Records. There we are. But also on Spotify, Apple, Iheart, Facebook, and YouTube at Radio Wasteland Records. That one you can actually see us on there. So if you like watching two old guys talking, you can do that. Otherwise, the rest of them you can just listen to us, and you don't have to look at us. Kind of an added benefit, I guess. So check it out, Bleav Network. Two Guys Talking About Records. There's my promo announcement. Okay. I hired a guy this week, and I did his orientation in the office, talking about it. Gave him, his test kit, his portable vacuum, ready to go. Went out, shake hands. Okay, good luck. Hey, thanks, appreciate it. An hour later, my son was going to meet him. He's going to train him out on some pools. He goes, "You know he quit?" I go, "What?" "Yeah, he quit." "What do you mean?" I go, "Yeah, he dropped the stuff off back behind the shop." What the hell? The guy, he didn't like really kind of where the route was. I says, "I can't promise you routes when I hired him." And so instead of, I'm talking to him, putting me, as he's going in the car, he seems perfectly fine. He just drove around the front of the building, went to the back of the shop and dropped off the stuff. Didn't even have the balls to come in and say, "Yeah, I'm not going to take it." Unfreaking believable. Quit. 2 hours. 2 hours is what he worked. I don't know, maybe I won't pay him a damn thing. I'm freaking A, man. But a month and a half left. We're halfway through it, and things have quieted down now. We're kind of got our mojo going, but I still have to hire people here and there because you lose them. So one guy just lost his license. You know how hard it is to go to pools if you can't drive? We figured something out for him, though. So he's going, "Well, I'll just Uber between them." Really? Every day you're going to Uber between these pools? So much. Don't need a paycheck, huh? That's not that important. We got something worked out. Let's begin here. We got some music. And the first one, brand new group. This came out, I think this album came out in April. New music by the band Nothing. And the name of the album is A Short History of Decay. Don't you just love that cover? Kind of gives you it just makes your skin crawl. Look at the teeth. And then we have this one cover. So Nothing is from Philadelphia, and they formed in 2010. And this is their 5th album. Dominic Nicky Palmero is the main man of Nothing. He's the vocalist and the guitarist. So nice little pink there, pink swirly, whatever. It came with a poster. We have a poster. Which, again, I like posters, even though they will never see the light of day. It's a something extra. We got on there, look at that, you got the lyrics, but this is even better. It's like the X-ray of a mouth. Oh man, that spike in there, where the screw screwed in a tooth. Oh my God! Oh, look at that. Now that's a hell of a poster, isn't it? Wow. Man alive. Is there a card? Nope, no card for you. Sorry there, folks. So, Nothing. Nothing, actually, the Palmero, in the early aughts, he had a hardcore band called Horror Show. And, I guess it might have been pretty good. I really can't tell you. But he wound up, he's having a fight with someone and stabbed a man. And it didn't go well for him for stabbing that man. He got put in jail for, not for murder, but for attempted murder. And when asked about it, he was quoted as saying, "It was kind of a violent time." So, yeah, I guess it kind of was, wasn't it? Well, he got out of jail. He kind of kicked around for a while and then decided, let's just do music again. And he came up with the band Nothing. And Nothing is basically shoegaze. There's just sounds, there's like walls of distorted guitar, pummeling drums, and mixed in there are like these angelic vocal harmonies, which just kind of add to the interest of the whole thing. Lyrics basically are about pain and hard times, so not really the most cheery stuff. A Short History of Decay, again, this came out this year. and it's kind of a more of an introspective album. It's not as loud as his other ones, his other four. There's a little more acoustic guitar in here, but it isn't an acoustic album, don't get me wrong. The arrangements, I would say, probably are more spacious and kind of a departure from the hardcore music of the previous albums. Cannibal World was one of the songs that I felt was pretty interesting. It had like these jungle backbeats going on and just slabs of industrial noise. So again, not very acoustic on that. Stylistically, the music kind of jumps around though. It's like, well, let's do this, let's do that. And it was a lot more experimental. I don't know a lot about... Oh, jeez. I mean, that's the kind of crap that gives you the heebie-jeebies. Like, oh, God. I got a guy at work that's... His teeth have all decayed. In his 30s. It's like, oh, I don't think he ever went to a dentist. But, good album. Great album, I wouldn't say great album. I enjoyed it. I liked it. It's like I'm going to sit there and get rid of it right away. But if you like shoegaze, I think you would probably like this. Listen to the samples. Decide for yourself. Nothing a history of decay. Before it split me, wrestle stones and certain dust. Accidents and wars, bored up childhood, got it as thunderstorms when I was one. The ocean's weight could not keep me home, and I keep falling off without you here. Brings us to this is big, folks. This is huge. My final record store day album to show. I know the disappointment. Everyone's like, oh man, damn. Yeah, I can go to record store. I know I can find more record store day stuff, so I could just do that and we can keep it going. But here we go, 13th Floor Elevators, and this is their 1968 cult live album, and it was called We Are Not Live, which is very true. They were not live. 13th Floor Elevators out of Austin, formed in 65, broke up in 69. True to good old record store day, we just have a white inner sleeve with black vinyl. Good to see the traditional record store day stuff here with absolutely nothing extra added in. Good on you. 13th Floor Elevators really were pioneers of psychedelic rock. In fact, they were the first band to actually use that term, and they had to put on a business card. Their business card that, yeah, we play psychedelic rock, so there's something fun. Rocky Erickson was the main man of this, and of course 13th Floor Elevators are known for the electric jug, which is really cool for a while. Then it kind of just gets old. There's not a lot of notes you can play off the electric jug, it seems like. I don't even really understand it, but that's all right. This album, they tried to do a live album. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to do a live album. They were trying to have it recorded, get a nice live album going. But one of the guys was tripping out real bad. It was just such a sloppy performance. They had really a hard time just getting these guys to get decent live thing that they could do. So that's why we have record executives. Record executives, their whole job is to come up, is to be idea people. What can we do here? How? Let's do a live album. I got it. We got all these songs that we've never put out, probably because they're just not good enough, really. But they're here, they're in the can. So let's take them. We'll put them on this album. Now, they're really not going to have any rhyme or reason, but don't worry about it. And let's add some live audience, which supposedly the live audience came from a boxing match. A boxing match. And I remember buying this. I bought an original of this. I had my first collection. I thought, oh God, 1340, how cool. Didn't know anything about it. So I bought it. And I hated it. Absolutely hated it. The live, the studio audience thing, it was too loud. It was taking over everything. It was so poorly done. Just terribly done. And I couldn't stand it. So when this came out, I go, why would they be doing that again? And I think Vinyl Richie mentioned it to me. He goes, they took the live out of it. What? They took the live out? So it's a dead album. But dead is much better than live when it comes to this album. So you actually hear the songs for how they were supposed to be heard. And it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Is it Easter? No, but still very, very good. If you like Rock Erickson and psychedelic rock, and there's the back side of it, great stuff from, well, I'm not, that's the good stuff, okay? Great stuff's like Easter, the first album, but nice to have. Moves us to another Zant Rock album. And I think I've bought every reissue you can get on Samrock right now. This is the Shoegaze family. So, and the Shoegaze family, 99% confusion. And they decided to dress and drag. I really wonder about the cover choice. Maybe they were listening to some New York Dolls and saw their album cover and go, let's dress and drag. Rock stars seem to like to dress and drag. There's so many of them do that. And, well, you know what? I guess if, get your kicks. That's all right. And here we have label, black, and the usual book that comes with every stinking one of these, the same book about the Shoegaze family, the same words that come about the Shoegaze family. But maybe most people just buy one, so that's pretty cool. Is there anything else in there? There is not. So, 99% confusion. Let's just talk a little bit about that, okay? Paul Shoegaze, of course, was the leader. Born in 49, died in 89, so only 40 years old. From 76 to 82, 1976 to 1982, he put out 13 albums. 13. Only 7 have been reissued. This is the last one I needed. This is the last reissue I needed from the Shoegaze family. I have a couple originals, but as far as reissues, this is it for it. Maybe they'll reissue some more. This is his 7th album, came out in 1977. His first album came out in 1976, mind you. First album, 76. This is the 7th, 1977. Again, the radio in Zambia was just, they only wanted to play Zambian music. So everyone was just pushing out music, just shoving it out there. I mean, just, gotta record an era, gotta record an era. Because the government needed more music. And this was great for them. Then they'd get well known. On here, you get more of those hard rock guitars that you hear on the other Shoegaze albums. But there's also, I felt, more of a funky feel. You can see a change kind of happening. I mean, dance music, or what they call disco there, was getting bigger and bigger. and there's just a little bit of funkiness in here. Still, you have that frenzied primitivism. Primitivism. Am I saying that? Primitivism. I think I'm doing that right. Probably not. But that's still a part of this. As they were kind of still learning to play better. They didn't really know how to play at the beginning. Probably my favorite song on here was a song called A Poem Writer, which is just a hard-hitting song. I mean, it just comes out. So you really have some good harder rock on here, plus some other things. Ngozi's voice, it's good. Is he a great vocalist? Probably not. But these guys make some ugly-looking women. Just ugly. But yeah, Ngozi family. 99% confusion. I don't think there's any Zamrock reissue I don't have now. I keep looking, trying to find something new's coming. Brings us to those of you that like your ecstasy. You probably also like the Happy Mondays. Happy Mondays out of the UK, formed in 80, broke up in 93, reformed in 2012, and still going. They're still happy. They're still going at it. Look at that, very yellowy. And there is, well, here's the inner sleeve. They gave you a white sleeve and a second inner sleeve. So we got that on there. All right, fun stuff. This is a busy album, Jack. That is such a busy. I guess this is Happy Mondays on there. I mean, holy crap. I can't say I like that. This cover design is just, shall we say, too much. But Happy Mondays, Alt Dance, Neil Psych, Madchester. From Manchester, this Manchester sound, they called Madchester. Put out 5 albums. It bridged really Manchester alt dance music with rave. So you were getting that. The first album that had this super long title that went on like for, 2 pages of a book was produced by John Cale. Their 4th album was produced by Chris France and Tina Weymouth, which I found interesting. This is the 3rd album, and Paul Oakfield produced this along with Steve Osborne. And it's I should tell you the name of the title too, just for the hell of it. Pills and Thrills and Bellyaches. Pills and Thrills and Bellyaches is the name of it. And it came out in 1990. And really, this was a blending of post-punk with acid house rhymes and funk. And it's great. I remember buying the CD because, again, I was kind of getting into a lot of this acid house and rave music back then. And so it's nice to see these reissues coming out of this stuff. On here, it had the huge hit Step On. Step On, wonderful hit. I'll play you a sample of it in case you don't know it. But very, very groove-heavy song. And there's just great, just a great groove happening and vibe. Really like that song a lot. The music overall, it pulsates. It's very trippy grooves. This is an album for the ecstasy age because that's what was going on. It was the raves and just incredibly good house beats. The stories, the lyrics, a lot of the lyrics are basically about cheap drugs and threesomes. So yeah, they're just kind of singing about what they seem to know about cheap drugs and threesomes. So Happy Mondays, Thrills, Pills and Thrills and Bellyaches. Pills and Thrills and Bellyaches.
Well, what you got, you never stop until it's taken you lost. you gotta say, so come on and say yeah.
Last album, fantastic garage rock from the Cynics. Cynics out of Pittsburgh, formed in 83, broke up in 94, reformed in 02. Two original members on it, George Kostelic, and well, the other one came in 2 years later, Michael Castile. He's vocalist here, guys, the guitarist. Garage rock. Cynics are about garage rock. They also formed their own label, Get Hip Records. There it is. And this is their second album that came out in 1988, 12 Flights Up. I saw this when I was in Omaha at Christmas time, and yes, I'm just showing it now. Just takes a while. This is, it kind of has a poppy psychedelic sound to it. You know, their first one was a lot more harder garage rock. It's kind of changed it up a little bit. There is some great snotty blues type rockers on here too, for those that like that stuff. There is tons of organ. If you like if you like a lot of garage rock organ, you're going to get it on here, along with a lot of fuzzy guitar. So all of that's in here. Really good stuff. Take Her Hand and Yeah were two songs that did, you know, that were popular. I can't say they were hits because they probably didn't have any. But yeah, the Cynics, 12 Flights Up. If you see Cynic albums, generally they're very inexpensive. Well, this one wasn't that inexpensive, so I take that back. Or maybe just where I shop, they're inexpensive. They're expensive. But good stuff. If you like garage rock, they did some wonderful garage rock. The Cynics.
My patience running out on me. Start shaking and I can't see. Just what you want me to be today. Yeah. Oh, baby, you don't see now. Oh, what you doing to me now? Oh, baby, tell me lies and kiss me one more time.
And that's it for this week. Thank you, as always, for hanging out with me. I had a midweek where I talked about FM radio, kind of how it influenced me. And I may do some more of those. Maybe a record store. I haven't been to really get to a record store right now. It's just that time of year, but we'll see. A new one's opening. Have yourself a great week. Thank you again, as always, for dropping by. Bye.